Hello, my lovely audience. You all are welcome to this lovely channel, Astropenetia. I'm your friend, astrologer, palmist, Shivam. So today we are going to have this discussion on the full moon night, on the full moon coming into the sign of Leo, and the nakshatra is Purva Phalguni and the nakshatra of Magha. So this full moon is the time when you have to align your energy towards manifestations, and this is a time to manifest your progress, prosperity and growth. Since the sign of Leo is the sign of leadership, growth and clarity in life, so all you have to focus in this time period is on clarity, growth and prosperity. So most of the time the moon will be staying into the sign of Leo, or into the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni, which directly relates to creativity, love and formation of connections. It is ruled by the deity of Bhaga. Bhaga means Bhagya, that is luck, prosperity, and it directly relates to coming of prosperity in life. So all the rituals, remedies done today will bring in prosperity, growth and abundance in your life, right? So you have to understand this simple thing. And since this full moon is aspected by Rahu, placing in the sign of Aries, so it will definitely cause mental agitation, anxieties to some people. And for that, you have to specifically focus on positive speaking or positive affirmations, right? That will curb it. And specifically for the fire sign people, you have to avoid any kind of arguments, aggressive behavior, and you have to keep your temperament calm, especially for the ones who have their moon placing in the fire signs, that is sign of Aries, Leo or your Sagittarius. You have to avoid such kind of a behavior. And definitely, since it also falls into the nakshatra of Magha, so it is also a time when you have to align your energy towards your roots, when you have to align your inner force towards your ancestors and praying to your roots, because the sign of Leo also directly rules the fifth house, which is your house of talents, and also your house of Pur Punyas, that is the karmas of your past lives, right? So this is a good window to get rid of the blockages of the past lives, whether it can be financial blockages, it can be blockages related to love or any kind of happiness in life, right? So focusing more on, so even doing certain ceremonies, this full moon will bring in new prosperity and growth in your life, right, in this time period. However, this full moon means differently for each one of the signs, starting from the fire sign till the water sign, till the from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces. It means differently for each one of the signs. For the fire sign people, that is the sign of Leo, sign of Aries and the sign of your Sagittarius, for all these three signs, this moon is strongly influencing the trine, right? Because it is placing in the sign of Leo. For you people, this is a time to grow your talents. This is a time to be your real self. This is a time when you have to focus more on spirituality and meditation. Yes, it can be a time when you may feel your moodiness or anxiousness, but you have to bring out your positive side. And also specifically, you have to connect with your heart chakra, and you have to release all the anxious energy that you have been feeling along in your journey of life. And most importantly, you have to manifest love. You have to seed love in your heart in this time period. That can be love related to towards your kids, that can be love towards your family members, that can be love towards your partner, right? It has to be all out of unconditional love. And definitely you will grow your talents in this time period. And it is also a good time to have an expansion in your friend circle, my lovely fire sign people I am talking about. Since the lord of this nakshatra is placing well the Venus in its exalted sign of Pisces is placing well, and even the way the sun is placing in the opposite seventh house. So the world is nothing, just your own reflection, right? So it is also important in this time period to treat others well. And as far as finances are concerned, your finances, you may feel tight, or that the money is not coming from anywhere. You may feel it this way, and even your expenditures might increase in this time period. So you have to keep a check on your expenditures this moon cycle, and specifically you have to focus on creating an abundant mindset, a love related mindset. And simply focusing and meditating on your heart chakra will give you new dimensions, will give you new understanding, will also activate your personality, and you will grow as a person in this time period, right? And yes, there have been differences of opinion with your partner, with your loved ones, and they will fade away. It will take time to fade away those differences. Simple remedy is that you have to focus on your heart chakra, and you have to chant Om Yam Om, Om Yam Om, and this will release all the anxious energy from your heart. Now next we're going to talk about the earth sign people. Now what are the earth signs? The sign of Taurus, the sign of Virgo, and the sign of Capricorn. For all these three signs, this is a time of change. This is a time of transformation. This is a time of experiencing new things. And once you are acceptful of your journey, the things will become easy and better for you. Though it is a time when you will face a lot of emotional turmoils, changes coming in your life, right? And even you may feel dissatisfied with your partner, with your family life, or you may even want to have some isolated or alone time in this time period, right? And you will understand in this time that the real happiness, or the real essence of life can only be understood when you are one with yourself, right? So it is more of a time when you have to go for self realization, when you have to go for aligning yourself with your own soul, right? As far as profession is concerned, this is a time when people working into the agrarian profession or real estate related profession or any kind of leadership role, you people will grow in this time period. And for you people, even sleeping has been very disturbed, right? So this has been the case, and you have to balance yourself emotionally, accept the changes that are coming in your life. Once you get acceptable for all those things, things will start moving your way. And the good thing is that the depositor planet of this combination, that is the ruler of this nakshatra, is placing well in the house of public houses. So you have to treat others well in this time period, which will bring in new prosperity and growth for you. And you have to worry the least about your troubles, about your anxieties. You never know from where the help or any kind of support is coming your way. And definitely you need to keep a check on any kind of aggression or any kind of anxious behavior in this time period. Spend more time with your loved ones, or spending leisurely time for healing will be very beneficial for all my lovely earth sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the air sign people. Now what are the air signs? The sign of Gemini, the sign of Libra, and the sign of Aquarius. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to connect with your loved one. This is a time when you have to show your creative side. This is a time when you have to plan and strategize your things. And this can also be a time when you may feel trouble with your shoulder region or your stomach region, right? So you may feel that kind of troubles in this time period. And it is more important to communicate your love with the loved ones and spend more time with the family, with friends and people around you in this time period. And definitely I would say that the ones working as in any kind of creative profession, or any kind of running a saloon, or any kind of luxury thing, you people will grow in this time period. And since the Rahu is aspecting this moon, so opinions of the people around you should be least of your worries, right? So you have to take everything with a sense of easiness and relaxation. Since the lord of this sign, sun, is placing well in this time period for you, right? Any kind of hard work and efforts will bear fruit for you. You may feel lethargic, you may feel as if you do not want to do anything, right? Or you need ample rest. But you have to focus your energy onto growing, onto aligning yourself into discipline, right? And that will help you to grow in this time period. Yes, the opportunities are a bit slow, but they are definitely coming to you, right? You cannot complain about the opportunities coming your way. My lovely air sign people I am talking about. And people around you will definitely play a positive role in your growth story, and you have to manifest it. Like, I am connected to the whole universe, right? And the connection has to be internal. It does not, you do not have to be feel it in an egoistic sense, but it has to be an internal kind of connection with others. When you are praying for them, when you are having a positive heart for them, right? So it has to be that kind of a connection. And definitely all this kind of connections will honor you, will help you to grow in this time period, right? And Bhaga is the nakshatra of the Bhaga, which rules this nakshatra, is related to prosperity, growth and abundance, even manifesting love, right? So you can focus on manifesting all these things, and be comforting to the people around you, to your partner or to the people around you. Be more comforting. And I am talking about all the air sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the lovely water sign people. Now what are the water signs? The sign of Scorpio, the sign of Cancer, and the sign of Pisces. For all these three signs, this is a time when you have to focus more on positive affirmations. This is a time when your finances, your profession and your progress will be in the focus. And your prime motive has to be that you should restore, or you should focus more on peace at home. When the home is at peace, your mind stays at peace, right? So you have to focus on manifesting or speaking positive words, affirmations at your home. And along with this thing, you have to pray to Lord Vishnu for prosperity, growth and abundance. So all the prayers and affirmations have to be for peace at home, and for prosperity, growth and abundance in the family, right? And another thing is that in this time period, you have to also focus on your health, on setting a right kind of routine, right? Because some of you have been staying very lethargic, lazy and disorderly, right? So without any order. So you have to focus more on setting up your routine, setting up the timings of the things, and by this you people will grow in this time period. Since the lord of this water sign, moon, is placing strong in the fire sign, the lord of the sign of Cancer. So this is more of a time in the second house. So this is more of a time when you have to focus on your tongue, your speech at home, your communication within the family, and you have to focus on improving your value system in the mind, right? That you should have a sense of clarity in what you are doing, right? So you have to have a sense of clarity in whatever you are doing. And the Venus and Jupiter are placing very strong for you. So definitely you have all the understanding of the things. So two Karka planets, one a planet related to the wisdom of gods of gods, Jupiter, right? Guru. Venus, the god related to all the demigods, right? Which has all the worldly knowledge. So two of the planets have come together, and this is a good combination, good time to grow your finances. So definitely you people will have the financial abundance. How? When you are clear in your perspectives, when you are clear in your understanding, and you have to show your clear side. And definitely in this time period you have to do your prayers and meditation, and praying to Lord Vishnu will bring in growth, abundance and prosperity in your life in this time period, right? And it's a very prosperous time for you, so you have to focus on the good things, right? So now I will start with each one of the signs, starting from the sign of Aries till the sign of Pisces. For the Aries rising sign and moon sign, this is a time when you people will be in an overthinking mode. But yes, this is more of a time when you have to grow your talents. This is more of a time when you have to open your heart and you have to follow your heart, right? And this is a time when you have to leave behind the grudges of the past, and when you have to leave behind the tensions, anxieties of the past, and focus more on growth and prosperity. And since it is placing in the fifth house, it is also the time when you have to leave, when you have to be karmically very aligned, because this is a time period when your purpunyas or the karmas of the past are very active. So praying to your ancestors in this time period will definitely bring in more abundance and prosperity for you. The aspect of Rahu on this moon will also make you feel moody, at times anxious, and you have to set aside your mood and focus more on the right thing, that what right you have to do, and you have to take charge of your life in this time period. This is a good window when you can take the decision or the charge of your life in this time period. My lovely sign of Aries I am talking about. And the depositor of this sign, the lord of this sign, the lord of this sign of Leo, is placing in the 11th house. So definitely once you start growing your talents, you will have gains and growth in your life, and it is part of the journey that you are in the process of doing better and improving upon your things. With your talks, with your words, with your voice, you have to be firm in this time period. And yes, do keep a check on your expenses, because your expenses might increase in this time period. In spite of loving your partner, you may keep yourself distanced from the partner or your loved ones due to differences of opinions or different priorities, right? So you have to honor and respect others, and you have to give space to others in this time period. So best of luck to my Aries rising sign, moon sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Taurus. For the sign of Taurus, this is a time when you have to align your energy towards supporting and assisting your family. This is a time to buy new good things, right? And you will also feel an urge to either shift your house or change your place in this time period. My lovely Taurus rising sign and moon sign people I'm talking about. And you may even get a good opportunity in this time period. People working into the pharma sector, working into the real estate sector, working into the medicine line, working into the agriculture or anything related to food, you people can grow in this time period, and new ideas will definitely help you to grow. But all the journey, all the struggles are for what? They are for the family or for your own peace at home, right? So this is more of a time when you have to provide for your loved ones, for your family members, and you have to add new things at your home, right? Because the fourth house, the house of family, is very active in this time period. That also means it's not always about the monetary things. That also means that connecting with your mother or connecting with the females of your house will definitely bring in new growth and your blessings in your life, and it will unblock your abundance and prosperity and even the love life, right? So seeking the blessings of the elderly female of the family will grow your life, right? So best of luck to the Taurus rising sign, moon sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Gemini. For the sign of Gemini, this is a time when you have to align your energy towards the right kind of communication, when you have to speak positive with the people around you. And since moon is very active in the third house, so you have to write down, you have to journal down your things. And it includes planning and strategizing for the whole month, this full moon. And the lord of it, Venus, is placing strongly in your house of profession. So definitely manifesting the growth in your profession, manifesting love will definitely grow you, because that is also the lord of your seventh house, Jupiter and Venus coming together. So I see it this way, that the sun is placing in your house of luck will also open up your opportunities after a bit of struggle. But yes, your opportunities will open up. And the Venus placing well for the ones working to the creative sector, related to media, related to communication, you people are bound to grow. Since the lord of this rising sign, moon sign of Gemini, Mercury, is placing well in your house of luck, so definitely you will get new proposals or new opportunities related to work, right? All your manifestations and affirmations will work in this time period, but it is more important to balance your relation in this time period, right? And people around you do have a sense of expectations, and focus on fulfilling them in this time period. And do not keep yourself sensitive to the opinions of others, right? Very important. So you have to take it in a very easy manner, in a very relaxed manner, and you have to keep your work doing, keep your show going, right? So best of luck to my lovely Gemini sign people. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Cancer. For the sign of Cancer, this is a time when you have to focus on speaking positive about your finances, when you have to focus on positive utterances. And because moon is strongly placing in your second house, the Kutumb Sthana, or the house of family or your loved ones. So this is a time when you have to focus on the family. This is a time when you have to focus on the growth. And this is a time when you have to grow your finances. And you people will be very beneficial for others, because the lord of the sign of Leo is placing in the 8th house, which are the house of finance for your partner. So you will give good advices related to finances to others. And for even for the ones working into the field of IT, or any kind of presentable profession, or any kind of technology related thing, you people will grow in this time period. Since it is a time when you are experiencing your spiritual high, so such kind of spiritual high or spiritual depth you will continue to have it, right? And Jupiter is definitely keeping you abundant in your mind, in your soul, and keeping you fulfilled. So it is more important to own your decisions in this time period. And again, you will get into the mode of research and doing deep analysis about certain things in your life. And definitely there is a lot of shift coming in this time period, and that shift is mostly related to your understanding about finances, about your priorities in life, about understanding deeply about the family, right? So you are again on the path of maturation in this time period. So best of luck to my lovely sign of Cancer. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Leo. For the sign of Leo, this is a time when you have to focus your energy onto being a leader, because you are the one who are the most affected by this full moon. You have the most strongest influence, right? Because moon is placing in the sign of Leo. This is a time when you have to attain your position of power. This is the time when you have to be the decision maker, when you have to be the king, right? Without any self-doubt, you have to play in your most calm manner. And moon coming in your first house can also make you feel moody, at times anxious. So you have to put your energy into relaxation, and like a king, like a leader, you have to own your decisions in this time period. Definitely people around you will have a sense of expectations, and you cannot meet up to expectations of everyone, right? And you have to also focus on your health in this time period. And Mercury, Sun, Saturn, the way it is placing, it is making you a very good advisor in this time period. It is also making you a good marketer in this time period. And even the 8th house, Jupiter, Venus placing, the gains will be coming from unexpected places and even in unexpected times. So keep aside your calculations. Your calculations are not working, right? So keep yourself into the relaxed flight mode kind of a mindset, right? When we are relaxing, and everything will fall into place. Yes, Mars is gaining a lot of directional strength in your 10th house, and definitely Mars is making you the go-getter in this time period, and you will be benefiting out of your go-getter attitude. And you have to avoid any kind of overthinking or any kind of bad company which misdirects you, and there are chances that people might misdirect you in this time period. So beware of your wrong company in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Leo. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Virgo. For the sign of Virgo, this is a time when you have to put your energy into relaxation, or you have to set yourself easy. This is a time of healing. This is a time to visit new places or to be with your own self. And since moon coming into the 12th house will also keep your sleep bit disturbed, so you have to rest well for next 1 or 2 days. And if you are planning for a trip which has been delayed for long, this is the right time to go, right? And yes, the Venus is placing well for you, and definitely it has favored you a lot in this time period. And I would say that this is a good time for the people working into the counseling sector, working into the advisory business, or teachers. It is a good time for you to grow. And since K2 is placing in the second house, it will definitely give you a rough tongue, right? So you have to speak in a very softer, in a very loving tone with everyone around you. And yes, keep your routine, keep your habits right, the way your 6th house is placing. So it can lead to stomach related issues, intestinal issues. So you have to be disciplined with your food habits in this time period. Yes, you will definitely face certain gastrointestinal issues in this time period. For that, you have to regularly consume fruits, right? In fruits, you have to regularly consume papayas, right? Which can be very beneficial for your body. So best of luck to the Virgo rising sign. Now next, we are going to talk about the sign of Libra. For the Libra rising sign, moon sign, this is the time when you have to focus on your public circle, when you have to focus on manifesting your abundance, when you have to focus more on manifesting your money, that it is multiplying. This is more of time when you have to communicate with your loved ones, with people around you well, and this will help you to grow, because the K2 is placing in your first house, my lovely Libra rising sign. So you will have a sense of confusion, unwanted confusion hovering over your mind, right? And keep your confusions at bay and focus more on putting in efforts and hard work. People around you would not understand your opinions, right? And especially the partner. So if that has been the case, you have to avoid getting into any kind of argument, because of arguments you may lose your mental peace in this time period. and it is more important to connect with your friends, with your loved ones, with the elders around you, right? And making new connections, because this moon cycle is all about making new connections and aligning with new people. And yes, those who of you are focusing on spirituality, you people are bound to grow with spiritual discussions, with right kind of communication, and the flower of love will grow in your heart because of it, right? And treat others well in this time period. It will help you to grow financially as well as emotionally, right? So best of luck. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Scorpio. For the sign of Scorpio, this is the time when you have to focus on the direction of your life. By that I mean to say that the career direction of your life. Since the moon is placing in the 10th house, you people might stay worried about your profession or things going on in your life. And it is more important to manifest the things positively when it comes to profession, when it comes to recognition, right? And this moon cycle can be very important for your professional recognition. There are chances of growth or gaining a higher position this moon cycle, and you can manifest that. If you are It is also a time when you have to make strategies related to your profession and professional growth. That where I am lacking, what new skills I need to acquire, or what changes I need to make. And it can also be a shift or a change in job which might be coming in this time period for you people. Since the Lord of it, that is the Mars, is placing strong in the opposite house, that is the public house, you people will be very helpful to others in this time period, and you have to avoid any kind of aggressive discussions. And working in alliance with others or in cooperation with others in partnership, it is a good time for you to work in partnership, which will help you to grow in this time period. And definitely there will be a sense of anxiety related to the profession. So simply what you can do is you can add some milk to the bathing water, or you can apply milk on your body and then take a bath. It will calm down your mind and will keep you relaxed. If you're facing troubles at your workplace, keep a piece of sandalwood in your pocket and then go to your workplace. It will help you to cool down the environment at your workplace, right? So best of luck to the sign of Scorpio. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Sagittarius. For the sign of Sagittarius, this is a time when you have to align your energy towards truth. This is a time when you have to align your energy towards spirituality, and opportunities will flow to you, right? You have to manifest the flow of opportunities, whether that flow can be related to creativity, whether those opportunities can be related to love, can be related to abundance, right? You have to manifest them all in this time period. Definitely your finances are going to get better in this time period. And since Jupiter and Venus are placing well, people working into the creative profession, people working as architect, designers, they are going to grow in this time period. And even the ones who are into, who are having, who work or do their jobs at different places, even your finances can grow in this time period. Simply, you have to focus on doing meditation. Simply, you have to focus on bringing out positive utterances. Travels near the water bodies are going to benefit you in this time period. And even if you are feeling that you need a new job or you need to shift your job, this is a good time for you to take up new opportunities. And new opportunities will bring in new progress for you, new prosperity for you. And in this time period, again, praying to Lord Shiva can be very, very beneficial for you people. Simply chanting the mantra of Lord Shiva, Om Namaha Shivaya will bring in you prosperity and growth. So best of luck to the sign of Sagittarius. Next, we're going to talk about the sign of Capricorn. For the sign of Capricorn, this is a time when you have to accept the changes coming in your life. There are chances that this new moon might activate your fears and phobias and anxieties, and you just have to relax and set yourself on the path of ease. You have to relax yourself, you have to set yourself easy in this time period, right? This lovely sign of Capricorn I'm talking about. And you are being very cold with your tongue or with the communication with the people around you. Be soft and gentle with your communication with the people around you. That will help you to grow. Definitely your creativity is flowing like anything, but you might feel tense in your mind this moon cycle. So most importantly, you have to throw out your fears and phobias in this time period, right? And you have to be acceptful for all the changes coming in your life. And the changes will definitely help you to grow in this time period. They will bring in a lot of growth. See, this moon cycle, if you are able to handle it, and there might be a lot of secret revelations about people around you. It might be the case that you might experience or you might get to know different sides of people around you, right? And you have to take it very lightly, very calmly. And with your talks or in the public, if you're talking in a very soft or subtle tone, people will be very impressed with you, and there are chances your circle might grow in this time period. So best of luck to the sign of Capricorn. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of your Aquarius. For the sign of Aquarius, this is a time when you have to focus on, loving others, when you have to focus on growing your circle around you. And it is also time to have to reconciliate or to have discussion with your partner or with your loved ones. Since your public house is very active, it is a good time to market the things. It is a good time to sell the things. It is a good time to present the things. And moon placing in this seventh house, you will also receive a lot of love from the people around you. And yes, at home, you might feel very disturbed, and at times you may have aggressive exchanges. So you have to avoid it at all the cost. Any kind of aggressive exchanges or anxieties, you have to avoid it at all the cost. Since Mercury is placing well in your first house along with Sun and Saturn, so it is a good time to calculate the things, and you have to take calculative decisions in this time period. Once you are taking all the calculative decisions, you are bound to grow. Since Ketu is placing well in your house of luck, so offering food or any kind of love to animals or any people needy people will help you to grow in this time period. Have a sense of empathy and love towards them, and you have to plan your things in this time period, and your plannings will help you to grow in this time period. Simply praying to goddess Durga will help you to grow your finances, and this will also help you to balance your relationship. So best of luck to the Aquarius sign. Now next we're going to talk about the sign of Pisces. For the Pisces rising sign and moon sign people, this is a time when you have to focus on serving others, right? Life is nothing but a service to others, right? So you have to focus more on serving others. You have to focus more on doing selfless acts, right? That will help you to grow. And you have to align your energy towards healing, right? That will help you. Healing is the word. That will help you to heal your own mind, your own soul, right? And yes, the readings are according to your rising sign and your moon sign in Vedic Sidereal Astrology. And since your Jupiter and Venus is giving you experiences, strong experiences related to spirituality, or they might be teaching you lessons of life, right, which is a part of spirituality, of your spiritual growth. And it is more of a time when you have to understand servitude, when you have to understand surrendering, when you have to understand supporting and helping others. And yes, along with this thing, you have to focus more on your health, and you have to even focus more on setting your routine, right? And you are, when you are setting your routine right, things will automatically fall into place. And once things are into their place, everything will be crystal clear to you in this life. And Jupiter Venus coming along is an auspicious combination when you have to manifest your love, abundance, growth, and prosperity through spirituality, right? And for the ones working into the hospitals, ones working into healing centers, into as therapists, you are bound to grow in this time period. And definitely your new partnerships or alliances, you would keep it in secret in this time period, right? And avoid having cheating others, or having any kind of illicit affair or relationship in this time period, right? So you might land up in any kind of trouble in this time period. Be more action oriented, be more practical in this time period. And for the Pisces sign people, you are bound to grow in this time period, right? So now this full moon is a time when it comes into the sign of Leo, when you have to focus more on your leadership, on clarity of life, focusing more on creativity, growth, and abundance, and also to pray your ancestors, connecting with your roots, right? And even if you are struggling in the matters of love, so manifesting love for yourself. If you are struggling in the aspect of finances, abundance, so manifesting that. So because it has come into the most auspicious nakshatra, that is the nakshatra of Purva Phalguni, related to the Bhaga. Some of the part, the starting part has been into the Magha nakshatra, but most of it is in the Purva Phalguni nakshatra. So you have to feel connected with your soul, with your inner things. And since Venus, the lord of it, is placing well into the sign of Pisces, so it has to be a pure platonic kind of a love, right, which has to ooze out, because the Venus is placing along with Jupiter in the water sign of Pisces, right? So this is my analysis about this full moon readings. Now I will be saving this live session, so you can watch this live session, and please share this video with your loved ones. And you are always welcome to book a birth chart reading with me. In the birth chart reading, it's not just about reading the birth chart, it's also studying the other divisional charts, the time periods, right? It's a very detailed study. So most of you who know Vedic astrology already know about it, right? And this was just the live for the full moon readings, and you can watch it again. And I will take up your questions or anything in some other live, right? So this is more about the reading. So take care. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye. And share it to the maximum. Bye-bye. Bye.